Man, Chicago is ruthless. And even though it's been, 10 to 15 years since the drill movement in Chicago started, things ain't slowed down in that city at all as far as the drill wave is concerned. We're still seeing reports and hearing about people that are losing their life over this entire situation. And it's 2024. So some of y'all have no idea what I'm talking about right now, but news broke last night that a Chicago drill rapper named Lil Josh actually lost his life. Now, Lil Josh's real name was Joshua Sharp, and he was 26 years old. And last night he was identified as a male that was shot and killed in South Shore, Chicago. So this happened on June 3rd at around 3:40 in the afternoon when Chicago police responded to a shot spotter alert and calls of a person who had been shot on 70th and Merrill. When the police arrived, they found Joshua, or Lil Josh, on the ground with the GSW to the head, chest, and waist. He was pronounced dead on the scene. Now, according to the Chicago Police Department, they say that Joshua was standing on the sidewalk when somebody approached him on foot, fired a couple shots at him. Now, Chicago police were able to arrest and detain a person of interest, but they didn't arrest him for the crime or her. I mean, it doesn't say if it was a him or her that was, taken into custody as a person of interest, but it did say that it was only for questioning and that there were no other suspects on their radar at that time. Now, Lil Josh is part of a set in Chicago called Paxtown, and Paxtown be having beef with pretty much everybody else in Chicago. And I gotta say that I'm honestly not surprised by this information or this news breaking. This is something that we've seen time and time again in Chicago, especially when it comes to these drill rappers. Now, Chicago actually has been kind of celebrating the lowest levels of homicides in Chicago since 2019, but with the summer right around the corner, it looks like Chicago is heating back up. But just yesterday on June 3rd, there was a whole article that popped up talking about how the homicide rate in Chicago is at its lowest level since 2019. The article basically says the number of shootings and homicides recorded across Chicago through the first 5 months of 2024 remain at their lowest point over the last 5 years. Now, does that mean that crime completely slowed up in Chicago? No, because if you keep reading this article, it says through the end of May, there have been 204 homicides and 979 shootings, both of which are the lowest totals for any year in Chicago since 2019. And I'm not gonna lie, celebrating only having 200 murders in your city and 1,000 shootings in, 5 months is crazy. But it looks like things are gonna be picking back up, with the summer right around the corner. Y'all know how things get in the summertime. And it looks like Lil Josh is one of the first victims of the summer of 2024. So who is Lil Josh? Well, I said earlier that he was a drill rapper, but some of y'all may be familiar with his name more than you think, because Lil Josh has been mentioned on numerous occasions by people that are super popular. People like King Von. Y'all may remember this clip that went viral a while back of King Von sitting in jail, telling the guards that he was zesty fresh and that he couldn't go to a certain cell block because the people in that cell block didn't mess with him. And in that clip, you can hear him say, "Bye, Josh," right? I'll play the clip to kind of refresh y'all's memory.
Them my pictures.
What's Ackerman doing?
Bro, could you please get my picture from that man?
Where's the plumber at? In there?
This the only day I've been on that's got a problem with it. They supposed to be a Christian day, but they got a problem with gay people.
So because of your sexual orientation, you're requesting protective custody, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I get along with, the straight people and no problem. But over there, just, they got a problem with me. I don't never start no.
Okay.
Bye, Lil Josh.
Now, after this video, a lot of people speculated that King Von and Lil Josh was having problems. And so yesterday when this news broke, I had people hit me talking about, go ahead and do a video on Lil Josh. He probably got because he was dissing King Von. And I'm not going to speculate whether that's true or whether that's not true. But what we do know, is that King Von had a song called 3 a.m., right? It was one of his biggest songs that he ever put out. And then just about 3 months ago, Lil Josh also dropped a song called 3 a.m. in Iraq. And so again, this led to a lot of people thinking that maybe this right here had something to do with his problems that he was having with King Von and Old Black and all that. But I'm, again, not going to speculate on if that's true or if that's not true. I think it's more possible that there was some beef happening inside the city, probably not connected to Old Block or the GDs or BDs, you know. It was probably one of these smaller sets that was having problems with Paxtown. Hell, from what I hear, even Paxtown be having problems with Paxtown sometimes. So there's really no telling, but I think it's more possible that this had something to do with more unknown beef that's going on in the city, right? Everybody's always trying to connect something to their favorite rappers because this is Chicago. That's what we see going on. But I think, you know, it's like I said, probably more related to something that ain't have nothing to do with no King Von. Like, for example, just about a month ago, Lil Josh started dropping snippets of a new song he was gonna release on Instagram, where in the song he basically is taking shots at a bunch of people, including some people that had passed away. And in the comments, you could see people telling him, don't drop that diss song. You had people starting to say bye Josh, you know, like King Von did in that one video, saying bye to him ahead of time. And then after that, he got pretty active with dropping music. I mean, he's put out several music videos over the last month, and you could tell he was really trying to put some effort into making his career in the rap game blow up. But like we see all too often with these gang members, he did it the way everybody else did it. He got on the track, he was preaching violence, he was talking about, you know, blowing the op's head off, he was calling himself a menace. And then about last week, 7 days ago or so, he started dropping some unreleased music over on his YouTube page. I think in total he dropped 6 songs that all were, you know, classified as unreleased, with the last one being released just 2 days ago. And then boom, yesterday we get the news that he had passed away. And it's not like people couldn't see this coming. I mean, even if you go to his most recent music videos, you can see comments like this that says life is too short, especially in Iraq. And then you could see Lil Josh responding to that with some laughing emojis. And this was just last month. So it's not like people couldn't see, you know, what the future might have held for Lil Josh. With the music he was dropping, the way he was talking, you know, a lot of people came to the conclusion that this could have been the end of Lil Josh a month ago when he started trying to turn up with the music. But like I said, right now, we don't know what exactly happened to Lil Josh. I mean, we know he was hit 3 times. We know where it happened at. We know that somebody was taken into custody as a person of interest. But as of right now, that's all that we really know about it. And I mean, you got a lot of people talking about this right now. You got a lot of people reacting to it. People like Trenches News, people like King Yella. And you know, they from Chicago too. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and play a little bit of what they had to say about it, a little bit of their reaction. And yeah, man, I guess R.I.P. to Lil Josh. Condolences to his family. I'm sure they the ones that's truly suffering from this right now. And you know, I would like to say, hopefully everybody take this as a caution, as a warning. You know, this is the type of stuff that can happen where you participate in this type of activity. But given the history, given everything that's already went down, I don't think nobody's gonna learn nothing from it. And I don't think this will be the last time we are reporting on something like that.
Let's say the kids out here, man, it's summertime, it's dangerous, man. It's very dangerous. Let's protect these kids, man, the women, the elderly, the male civilians that don't gangbang, man. Let's save them, man. That's what I want to say, man. That's what should be on everybody's agenda, man, to help in a way that they can save these kids, man. You ain't always got to pass out money, man. You can do a deed, man, by just talking to them, by reaching out to them, bro. Y'all know who Lil Josh is. Lil Josh he one of them members that's from over there. He one of them main members. He drops songs all the time, man. He drops songs. He be coming through my inbox, man, telling me to share the music. But I be telling him, everybody, not just him. I tell everybody, man, that you know, I don't share that type of music, bro. I ain't putting that type of music on none of my pages, bro. You know what I'm talking about? That music stir up bad energy, man. And you know, dissing the dead. He just dropped a video I seen where he was dissing his ops and everything, man. And you know, that's not a good thing. Remember, I always say this, man. I always preach this. You can be laughing now. Ha, ha, ha. He's dead. He's dead. But remember, everybody on the time clock, bro. Everybody is whether you rush it or not. And when you get killed, people gonna be making fun of you, and that's what's going on right now. No Limit is going crazy over the internet, dissing them and everything, man. You know, that's why you shouldn't diss. That's why to the kids, man, go and get you some motion. Because if you had some motion, you wouldn't be involved in nothing that ain't got nothing to do with you succeeding in life.
Oh, it's your boy King Yella, man. I want to send my condolences out to Lil Josh, 071 on the east side, like Jeffrey over that way, Paxtown. My pops really fuck with him. My little brother, JoJo, fuck with him. That's his boy, man. You know what I'm saying? The life of Chirac, man. Chicago, man. Y'all know what's going on in Iraq, man. There's always some bullshit. There's always gonna be something. You know, it's haters. You know, the niggas do shit too. But you know, I don't know what he did personally. I'm not gonna say that. I just know that we come from a city of hatred. We come from a city of hate. We come from kill to be killed. We come from just a bullshit place, man. It's a beautiful city, but it's a lot of fucked up individuals there. That's all I can say about my city, man. You know, I love Chicago, but Chicago ain't a place for me, because I want to live my life, and if you want to live your life and you come from the streets and shit like that, you should get the hell up out of there too. No matter what's going on, man, you know, we all come from want to be tough and want to be this and want to be that, and that shit don't be right, you feel me? Like, we ain't doing shit but killing each other, so we need to get it together, you feel me? We got to do better, man. Long live Lil Josh, man. 071, man.
And I played those clips specifically to say, you know, it's always interesting to get the perspective of other people that came from that same area, Chicago, the place we talking about today where Lil Josh is from. Because they all from the same thing. They all from the same hoods. They all went to the same school. So it's interesting to hear the perspective of people that was doing it before these new guys coming out. And when you listen to how they talk about it, they are all preaching the exact same thing pretty much, which is, you know, this shouldn't be happening. That it's gotten out of control. But I kind of wanted to leave y'all with those clips. And yeah, bro, that's basically it for the video. If you enjoy